Hey guys, welcome back to another review, and today I'll be taking a look at the Transformers 2D Series 86 Looter Class GRIMLOCK. So, here he is in his Dino Mode, and I think it looks really good. I really do like his Dino Mode. Looking closer on some of the details here, you do have some nice blue in there for the eyes. You do have his nice teeth in there in his mouth and whatnot, and yeah, some gold here for the neck and some red detailing on the side. You do have a nice Autobot symbol right there on the front, and on the back you just have some blacks and blues, reds, and greens, which are more for robot mode, but you do have them on the back here. You got his tail, this little kind of soft pointy tail. So you do have some more like gold detail down here for his little toesies and whatnot, and I do really like all the mechanical detail that's on him. I think it really kind of accentuates the fact that he's like a robot dinosaur, so I really do like that. As far as articulation for like the Dino Mode goes, the head can rotate side to side, and you can look up and down, and you can open the mouth all the way. And there is a port in there, so you can plug in like blast effect parts, which is nice. I'm glad they included that, so thank you. The arms here, the shoulders are on a ball joint, so you can kind of do what you want with them. You can kind of rotate them all the way around and whatnot, and move them in and out, or you can just pop them off completely. That works too. But yeah, you can just see they're on ball joints. So, and then you do have a hinge joint at the elbow, but there's nothing at the wrists, unfortunately. The legs move forward and back, and he does have a knee joint, and the toes can just move up and down. So you do have quite a bit of articulation in him. There's nothing at the tail because, I mean, it's all just kind of like one solid piece. But yeah, as far as accessories go, you do get a gun. You get his nice double-barreled gun, and it looks very nice. It's just done up in all black plastic. So you got ports here for, you know, blast effect parts if you wanted to put them on. As far as storage goes, you do have 2 tabs here, and there are 2 slots right up here. So you just take it, and it just plugs in to the back. If I can get it, it just plugs in like so, and that's your weapon storage. So not the greatest, but it's also not the worst. So, and as far as the other accessory he comes with, I'm going to talk about that. He does come with a wheelie figure. I don't have it. As soon as I got this guy and shot the pictures for my Instagram, I tossed wheelie in a bin because, in my opinion, it's an unnecessary addition that just took away from something else that this figure could have had. His sword. But yeah, not a fan of wheelie. Not at all. I really don't like it. I didn't like it. So yeah, unfortunately there's no wheelie in this review, so sorry if you guys were looking forward to that. But no, I absolutely dislike the wheelie figure, and the fact that you can't bend his knees makes it so much worse. But hey, we're not going to get into that. So I also did forget to mention he does have a thigh swivel down here, so there's that. But as far as Dino Mode goes and accessories and all that, that's about it. So I suppose we'll just get down into the transformation. So first thing that I like to do is take his jaw, kind of close it, and take his head and tilt it up. Then can come under here, and I'm going to talk about this black piece here when we get into robot mode. Kind of take all of this and untab the side panels, and then take this and untab that. Then you want to take this, kind of bring this down. You want to take his head, kind of bring that up. Then you can take this entire section and angle it up, and then tab those, or tab his chest into place. And then can split his legs and untab his feet from the back. Then want to take this section, bring this out, take this, bring it down, and you're going to want to it's on a slider here, so you're going to want to take it and slide it out. Then you want to bring it up, and it'll tab into place like so. You then want to take this tail section here and angle it down into that cavity like so. Take this and just close his leg up, and then you take a shield spurt and flip it back, and it'll actually kind of like tab right into there. So there you have a leg all done. And so I do the same thing, kind of bring the leg down, and you're going to want to take it and angle it. So for Dino Mode, it's on this side. For robot mode, you want to slide it over like so, bring it down, tab it in. You then want to take this section and bring this down, close his leg up, take his heel spur, bring it back, tap that in. You then get them all situated. You want to take the dino head and just take it, and it'll just kind of, there's a tab here, and it'll just tab in, soft tab in right there. And what I like to do is I like to take the arms and kind of fold them up and against the back like so, and kind of angle his wings back is what I like to do with them. Kind of take that and fold it. Oops, come on, take it, fold it up, and kind of angle his wings back. So, and then you want to take this section here, this upper hinge joint, and tab that in, and then you're going to want to untab his lower elbow joint, and then you can flip out his hand. And if you wanted to, you can close his claws or his toes. So, but I like to leave them open just because that's how GRIMLOCK has them. So, but you want to do the same thing on this side. You just want to tab that in, untab that, and bring out his hand. If I can get it. Come on, bring out his hand, tab it in. And there you have the Studio Series 86 liter GRIMLOCK fully transformed and in his robot mode. And I really do like the way his robot mode looks. I think he turned out to be really, really good. He is definitely one of my favorites out of the 86 line so far. I think he just looks really, really good. And I like how he's nice and big and beefy, and I just think he looks really good. So looking closer on his head sculpt, got some really nice blue in there for the visor. I really like how that looks. And overall, just a very nice head sculpt. So I think it looks really nice. Now, there was a transparent piece of plastic that covered this Autobot symbol. You can see the two screws, kind of screw holes right there. I was trying to find it for this video so I could put it back in, but I couldn't find it. In fact, I think I threw it in the trash because, personally, I didn't like it. I like and you know, it covered the Autobot symbol. It was like a really, really dark color, so you couldn't really see anything behind it. So I took it off. It's just done the two screws that's screwing right there. So, I mean, yes, you have the screw holes left over, but personally that doesn't bother me. And I mean, you could kind of cover those up if you really wanted to, but you know, so there is that. But other than that, I really like the robot mode. So, and of course you got that detail here in the legs as well. And going up the back, I mean, it's your typical G1 kind of GRIMLOCK backpack. You got the dino head and the little wings back here, which you can, you know, hinge them to kind of, you know, you can have them hanging over like that, or angle them down like that, or you can kind of angle them up. You can kind of do what you want. I just like to kind of angle them back and get them out the way. So, as far as articulation goes, you do have a ball joint at the head, so you can kind of do what you want with that. The arms can do a full 360 on a ratchet joint. They can go in and out. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have an elbow joint, which can do over 90 degrees, which is nice. And I guess if you really wanted to, you can kind of break his arm if you really wanted to, so you can do that. He does have a wrist swivel, so that's nice. He does have a waist swivel, so that is also nice. The legs can go forward that far. They can go back that far. He can do the full splits. He does have a thigh swivel. Knees, he does have 9 degrees of bend at the knee. So not full range, but still a nice amount of movement. And he does have full on ankle tilt. And I do like that they added this extra piece to kind of make it so that it looks like his foot and leg is still like one solid piece. So that's nice. And yes, even though the heel spur does actually kind of like clip in right there, it still allows for movement. So overall, he's very posable too, and like I said, he's very like tall and very you know, very beefy too. I really like that they, you know, kind of did make him big to, you know, it's GRIMLOCK, you kind of got to make him bigger. So as far as his gun goes, he can hold it, just plug it into his hand like so, and it looks nice. Looks like GRIMLOCK holding the gun. So I really wish he came with a sword. Again, wheelie. Why? And if you had wheelie, you could plug him in on his shoulder if you wanted to. Again, wheelie didn't need to be included. I'm just saying. It's the same thing with Daniel and Slag or Slug or whatever you want to call him. He doesn't need to be in there. I don't know. Am I just the only one that doesn't like the inclusion of minifigs? Especially since you can't bend them at the knees. It's like, I don't know. I just feel like it could have gone towards something else. But hey, we're not gonna just stop talking about it right there. But yeah, as far as size comparisons goes, I suppose I'll bring out the rest of the 86 line. Well, first I'll show them off with Scourge. So they have Scourge, and then we'll get a group shot of all the other Autobots from this line that I have so far. So there's Jazz, you got Cup, which doesn't like to stand, you got Blur over here, kind of get GRIMLOCK in the back, And you got Hot Rod. Put him right there. So you see, they all look nice together. And just because I'll bring out Earthrise Prime. So I think they all look great together. So, and I do like how him and Optimus scale, even though they're both leader price. But hey, we're not going to talk about that either. So get these guys out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. So, there we go. So as far as Studio Series Little Grimlock goes, as far as the figure goes, I really do like him. I think he's a very nice addition, and I like the fact that as a leader class, he's big and he's beefy. I like that. I wish we would get that more. My only real complaint about the actual figure is this black piece here. Yes, some people like it. I do not like it, so I just kind of took it off. But, of course, it leaves the screw holes behind. But, again, that doesn't bother me. But the actual really thing that does bother me is the inclusion of Wheelie. Why? Like, I just... Oh, no, if they made, like, a core class Wheelie with the Kingdom line, and they made that compatible with Grimlock, I think that should have been the way to go. You can have, you know, a fully transformable Legends Wheelie that can, you know, is compatible with the leader Grimlock here. I really do think that would have been the way to go, instead of including Wheelie, which doesn't have any posability besides ball joint at the hips and a ball joint at the shoulders. He can't do anything. He can't. I mean, yes, you can get him to stand, but he's always squatting, and it's just, again, that plastic could have gone towards a crown or a sword or anything, because a lot of complaints that I've seen for this guy is he doesn't come with a sword. Instead, you got to buy an upgrade kit, which the DNA Design Upgrade Kit comes with a sword, a crown, I believe it comes with like another gun, it comes with a couple of other accessories, and it comes with a fully transformable wheelie. Why couldn't we just I don't know. It just really bothers me that with him and Slag, that they just threw in, you know, like a minifig, and it's just like, yeah, here you go. But why? There's no use. And Daniel's the same thing, from what I've seen. I don't actually own Slag. I think his name's Slug, but I call him Slag. I call him the original name. Frick the name change. But it's so annoying that you're just throwing in minifigs when you could go towards either the figure or accessories. Personally, I find it annoying and I don't like it. But, of course, me sitting here and complaining about it's not going to do anything. But, hey, that's just my thoughts. So, I do have an Instagram. I will leave the @ in the description if you want to follow me on that. But as far as the review goes, that's going to be about it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.